Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Two wide receivers will be looking to be #1 targets on the field in today's game. It's Jones's Falcons going up against Browns Steelers.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Here we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. He's got Sanu. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Ryan to Sanu. Good for an Atlanta first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Coleman now. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's got some space here. Freeman with a fast feet. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 48 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. So they start this game just like they won. Opening drive touchdown, a nice run there to finish it off.
Yeah, that's what we call an explosive run because of the distance. And being able to do that, that puts a little uncertainty in the minds of your opponent.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Easy.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now a first down carry by Bell. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, 58 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. And as you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game. Not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game. And, of course,
alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. They will run again with Coleman. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. They'll run it with Coleman. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Freeman again. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning. Here's Coleman. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. This is Coleman. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Falcons on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Coleman. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard at the 15-yard line. They got 29 yards there. And it'll give the Falcons a first down. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Martavis Bryant. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown. Martavis Bryant, 99 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And his kick is right through. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And he'll be knocked down sideways, right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On second down, Ryan. And that is incomplete here. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. Third down here.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
The Falcons on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Slot man moves right. And the slot man goes in motion left. Ryan flushed out right. Finding Gabriel complete. And he's going to be run over. Hit hard as he'll be marked down at the 47-yard line.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Now they try the right side here. And some room to... And he loses the football a second time. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. Hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl. But 3rd MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
Getting all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999, where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
Yeah, he still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. Down right around the 25. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. That's it for the first. Well, Larry, I know it's late there in Orlando. This is a school night. Folks eager to get right back to the action here in the third quarter. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
And the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down, 5 yards to go.
All right, here we go. Left.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Easy. Easy. 2.
Now Bell. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. And they're definitely showing blitz here. 3rd and goal now. Ball on the 5. Here's Conner. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A handoff as they run the counter play. Space to maneuver at the 40. And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Falcons. Tevin Coleman, his second touchdown of the night. And the Falcons have once again taken the lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago, the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, 77 yards. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead. And he'll bang that one through. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Six yards to go here on second down. Handoff as they run the counter play. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, it's Coleman. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. Coming left, it's Freeman. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now a handoff looking right. And an alley to run. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman. Yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the 4th. And this one through the uprights and good. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
On the left side, it's McDonald. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He completes it to Bryant. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And he takes it across midfield to the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
He's back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Antonio Brown in the final minute. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. And he's got it up and through. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. On 3rd down, it's Coleman. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And now they'll run it here off tackle. And he's got room. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Most players would tell you that night games, while they can be fun, they're really hard to prepare for, because you wake up on game day and all you want to do is get to the stadium and let's get going. But you got to bank that fire a little bit and hold it until the evening. It's almost like a Broadway premiere. Got to wait until the nighttime to go out there in front of the bright lights. And boy, has he harnessed himself really well, and now he's unleashing it on the opponents.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff, running off tackle right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. So their final drive.